Let us start with one sum on partnership dissolution. Look at the sum on the screen. Satyam, Shivam and Sundaram are partners sharing profits and losses in the proportion of 1/2, 1/3, 1/6, means 3:2:1. The balance sheet as at 31st of December 2004 is given as under. On asset side, you are given goodwill, patent, trademark, land and building, plant and machinery, investment, debtors less bad debt reserve, stock, cash, etc. On capital, liability side capital, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram, general reserve, investment fluctuation fund, provident fund, creditors, current account of Satyam and Shivam. This is the information given on the liability side. On that day, they decided to dissolve their firm. Assets and liabilities are disposed of as follows. Sold land and building 80,000, plant and machinery 20,000, investment 10,000, stock 1,000. Out of the debtors, 5,000 was doubtful and so written off. So 6,000 were the debtors, 5,000 were written off. Remaining amount was collected. So out of 6,000, 5,000 written off. Remaining amount collected means 1,000 collected. From cash balance, a note of rupees 500 was duplicate, so it's a loss. Realization account debit to cash account. Out of the creditors, 10% of the creditors are given unrecorded investment of 2,000 and the remaining amount has been paid in cash. Look at the creditors. Creditors are 40,000. 10% thereof is 4,000. To pay 4,000, I have given unrecorded investment but 2,000. So out of 4,000, 2,000 is paid by giving investment and remaining 2,000 I have paid cash. So settlement of 10% creditors, how it's made? By payment of investment to the extent of 2,000 and by payment of cash 2,000. Now what are the remaining creditors? 40,000 minus 4,000 settled in this fashion. Remaining creditors are 36,000. The remaining creditors were paid 10% discount. So 36,000 creditors were paid at 10% discount. So 36,000 minus 10%, 3,600. Remaining amount 36,000 minus 3,600 is the amount paid to the creditors. Stationery bill of 1,000 paid which was not recorded in the books. Shivam is to be paid a remuneration of 3,000 towards the dissolution process. Shivam paid actual dissolution expenses 1,000, prepared the necessary accounts to close the books of the firm. So we have paid Shivam 3,000 rupees for dissolution work. He has paid 1,000 out of that. We are not going to write the entry for 1,000. We are going to write the entry for 3,000 payment to Shivam for dissolution work. Now we are required to prepare necessary accounts. So let me start with the preparation of necessary accounts. They are realization account, partners capital account, current account and cash account. First step for the purpose of solving the sum is to copy the balance sheet. This is the asset side, this is the liability side. I will start with asset side. So let me take care of only assets and let me remove liabilities from the screen. Goodwill 5,000 debited to realization account. Patent and trademark debited to realization account. Land and building 50,000 debited to realization account. Plant and machinery 30,000 debited to realization account. Investment 20,000 debited to realization account. Data 6,000 debited to realization account. Bad debt reserve 1,000 credited to realization account. Stock 3,000 debited to realization account. Cash balance will appear in a cash account as opening balance. Now liabilities. Satyam, Shivam and Sundaram capital is credited to their capital. This is the copy of the balance sheet. All the details of assets and liabilities are recorded for accounting for dissolution at the respective places. So capital balances are transferred to the credit side of Satyam, Shivam and Sundaram capital account. General reserve 12,000 distributed amongst partners. 1/2, 1/3, 1/6. Share of Satyam, 1/2 share of Shivam, 1/3 share of Sundaram, 1/6. So 12,000 into 1/2 share of Satyam 6,000, share of Shivam 4,000, share of Sundaram 2,000. This is a general reserve, undistributed profit, that will be given to the partners. So partners capital account gets credited for that. Satyam, Shivam and Sundaram, general reserve transfer to their capital account. Journal entry for that is journal reserve account debit to Satyam account credit, Shivam account credit, to Sundaram account credit, 6,000, 4,000, 2,000 respectively. Now, investment fluctuation fund, realization account credit, provident fund realization account credit, creditors 40,000 realization account credit, current account credit, balance are transferred to Satyam and Shivam credit line in this fashion. So copy of the balance sheet is over. Now I am required to realize the assets. Look at it. Sold land and building for 80,000. Cash account debit to realization. Cash account debit to realization account credit. So realization account is credited. Plant and machinery sold for 20,000. Cash account debit to realization account credit. I write on the credit side of realization account. Investment realized 10,000. Cash account debit to realization account credit. I write on the credit side of realization account. I'll total it and then total will be debited to cash account. Stock realized 1,000. Cash account debit to realization account credit. Of the debtors 5,000 was doubtful, so return of remaining amount was collected. So debtors were 6,000. Look at the debtor, 6,000. Now return of 5,000, so 1,000 realized. So cash account debit 1,000 to realization account credit 1,000. Total value realized is 1,12,000. Now this 1,12,000 will be debited to cash account. Cash account debit to realization account credit. So now we have realized the assets so far. From the cash balance, a note of 500 was found duplicate, so loss. Losses are debited to realization account. There is a loss of cash account credit. So realization account debit to cash account credit to receipt. Out of the creditors, 10% creditors are given unrecorded investment. Remaining amount was paid in cash. So out of 4,000, 10,000 paid by investment. Remaining 2,000 paid in cash, and remaining creditors 36,000 are paid at a discount of 10%. Let me prepare a working note for that. Now, these are the creditors, 4,000 creditors, 10% thereof is 4,000. Unrecorded investment of 2,000 are given to the creditors. Now see. This is my realization account actually. Payment to creditors debited to realization account, and realization of asset is credited to realization account. So out of creditors of 4,000, creditors of 2,000 are given investment. So what has happened? Liability of 2,000 is paid and the investment realized 2,000. Settlement of liability is debited to realization account, and the assets realized investment is credited to realization account. Settlement of liability means creditors paid 2,000 debited to realization account, and investment realized credited to realization account. So for 2,000 investment paid to creditors, even if you want to write the entry is realization account debit to realization credit. Better we may not write it. So remember, when the asset is given for payment of liability, then what happens? Asset is realized and liability is settled. Both occurs at a time. The realization of asset is credited to realization account and settlement of liability is debited to realization account. So what happens? If you want to write the entry, we have to write the entry in same account debit and credit. So we ignore it, we avoid it. So remember forever, when the asset is given for payment of liability, no entry. So no entry is recorded for this 2,000 investment given, but remaining out of 4,000, 2,000 is paid by investment. Remaining 2,000 paid in cash, for which I will write down the entry. Realization account debit to cash account. So realization account debit to cash account. Now out of 40,000, 4,000, 36,000 are the remaining creditors. 10% discount. So payment made is how much? 32,400. What's the entry? Realization account debit to cash account. So this is debited to realization account. This is how payment to creditor gets recorded. The important point to be remembered by the student is when the asset is given for payment of liability, Both occurs at a time. Realization of asset and settlement of liability both occurs at a time. Settlement of liability is debited to realization account and realization of asset is credited to realization account. So better we may not write the entry in such situation. That's an important point to be remembered. Now next. Statutory bill 1000 paid, unrecorded liability paid, realization account debit to cash account. I total read and then write. Now, creditors, statutory bill, everything. See, creditors are paid. Yet to be paid is what? Provident fund. So I'm required to pay provident fund. I'm not told anywhere whether the provident fund has been paid or not. But it is presumed that in case of dissolution of a firm, if any liability is there in the balance sheet, it has to be paid by default. So, what has happened? This 20,000 provident fund will be paid. Shivam is to be paid remuneration for 3,000. So there is another entry that is realization account debit to Shivam account credit. Realization account debit to Shivam account. Now for this liabilities I am required to pay what? Provident fund notice it. Over and above I am required to pay the dissolution expenses also. For dissolution expenses 3,000 is already paid. The 1,000 paid by Shivam, for which I am not going to write the entry. Now, all assets, all this information is considered. Once again I remind you I am required to pay provident fund. So if I pay provident fund 20,000, so total payment is 55,400, that is credited to cash account. So realization account debit, payment to creditors, payment of statutory bill, payment of provident fund 55,400, that has been credited to cash account. One more point to be noticed here. Shivam paid dissolution expenses 1,000. We are not going to write the entry for that because we have already paid 3,000 to Shivam for all those expenses. So assets are realized, liabilities are set up. Now, I want to close this realization account. Total of credit minus total of debit means profit, or total of debit minus total of credit. A positive number, it's a loss. So let me find out the realization profit. Total of credit side is 1,83,000. From 1,83,000, if you deduct all these things, there will be a profit of 9,100. This 9,100 will be distributed in the ratio of 3:2:1. So 9,000 distributed in the ratio of 3:2:1. 9,000 into 1 half means 3/6. 9,100 into 1/3 means 2/6. And 9,100 into 1/6, that is 3:2:1. Now this is a share of partner in realization profit. Realization account debit to partner's capital account credit. Realization account debit to partner's capital account credit. Realization account debit to partner's capital account credit. Notice it. This is how profit is distributed. Now I am required to redeem the capital of the partners. But before that, all these current accounts will be transferred to fixed capital account. So 1,000 transfer to Satyam's fixed capital account. 2,000 transfer to Shivam's fixed capital account. So all current accounts are transferred to fixed capital account. And this is the total capital redeemable to the partners that I will redeem. Satyam total of credit side is 21,550, that will be paid to Satyam. Satyam to cash. Now, Satyam to cash 21,550. Satyam capital account debit to cash account. Now Shivam's total amount is about 22,033. So 22,033. Nothing is there on the debit side. So this is a payment made to be Shivam. Shivam capital account debit to cash account. Now I want to find out the payment to be made to Sundram. Total of credit side is 13,517. 13,517 payment made to Sundram. This is how the payment made to all partners, 57,100. Now I am required to tell the cash account. Total of debit side is 112 plus 1,13,000. And same way, if you have a total of credit side of cash account, it should be 1,13,000. This is how sum on dissolution is solved here before you. Thanks to all of you.